So, the characters. We have our main character, and he is Clive Rosefield, the firstborn son of the Archduke of Rosaria. Though all expected him to inherit the Phoenix's flames and awaken as its dominant, destiny instead chose his younger brother Joshua to bear this burden. In search of a roll of his crown, Clive dedicated himself to mastering the blade. His practice pays off when, at just 15 years of age, he wins the Ducal tournament and is dubbed the first shield of Rosaria, tasked to guard the Phoenix and blessed with the ability to wield a part of his fire. Alas, Clive's promising career is to end in tragedy at the hands of the mysterious dark Econ, Irith, setting him on a dangerous road to revenge. Okay, pretty interesting. So we have another character who's a master swordsman. I love revenge plots. Do we have too many Final Fantasy stories with strong revenge plots that we can think of? Was it 7? Was it 8? Was it 9? Was it 10? I didn't play 13. I did play 15. But none of them really came off as revenge. It was more like, you killed the woman I love, I miss her, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, alright, that's Clive. Joshua Rosefield, the second son of the Archduke of Rosaria and Clive's younger brother by 5 years, Joshua awoke as the dominant of the Phoenix soon after his birth. Despite his noble upbringing, Joshua treats all his father's subjects with warmth and affection, none more so than Clive, whom he deeply admires. Joshua often laments that it was he, the frail and bookish younger son, who was granted command to the Firebird's flames and not his stronger, braver brother. While Clive will gladly throw himself into any danger, Joshua quails at the sight of a carrot on his dinner plate. The carrots become the least of his concern, and he too is swept up in the tragic events that changed Clive's life forever. Now, see, the problem with them telling us this already is that now they have to make a storyline that's going to be more interesting than this twist. I think they should have kind of left this bad thing that happens to these characters out, because that would have been more interesting. But I mean, I guess they want us to know the story of revenge and they're going to do a better than that, but I think it's a pretty important plot twist. But you gotta sell games. Alright, so Jill Warwick. Born in the fall Northern Territories, Jill was taken from her homeland at a tender age to become a ward of Rosaria. Securing peace between the two warring nations, the Archduke insisted that she be raised along his sons. And now at 12 years of age, she is much a part of the Rosefield household as Clive and Joshua. Ever kind, gracious, and unassuming, Jill has become a trusted confidant to the brothers. Alright, so they didn't reveal a lot. I'm more interested in the dominance from the other 6 worlds that we looked at, but that was a good taste. Yeah, we have a messenger from the developers. Let's see what the developers want to tell us. Final Fantasy 16 producer, that's right, just producer. Aoki Yoshida here. How did you enjoy the trailer? The exclusive footage, comprised of both battles and cutscenes running in real time, represents but a fraction of what our team has accomplished since the start of development on this. So, wow. An all-new Final Fantasy game. In that span, the team size has grown from a handful of core members to a full-fledged unit that continues to polish and build upon what they have created so far, all to provide players an experience unmatched in terms of story and gameplay. When Final Fantasy first was released, 1 was released, I was just another player, a young student with big dreams. By the time Final Fantasy 5 was in the works, I had earned myself a seat at the developer's table, albeit at the very end. From there, I moved online, leaving my mark on both Final Fantasy, what is that? I can't read those Roman numerals. I think that's 11, and I hope the other one is like, what is that? 14, and now 16. From the establishment of all the new development environment to learning the ins and outs of the PS5, our next big information reveal is scheduled for 2021. So meantime, expect everyone to have fun speculating, as we have a lot in store. Not only for the newest entry in the series, Final Fantasy 16, But for Final Fantasy, I think that's 14. Let me check what Roman numeral that is. Wow, I typed that in and that comes up. Are you kidding? Is that how popular this game is? 14. Okay, I was right. Woo! Jeez, man, that was rough. Where was I? Okay. For Final Fantasy 14 2, needless to say, I'm working hard on both. Okay, the team and I have taken upon countless challenges during our journey to bring you the 16th chapter in the story Final Fantasy franchise. And though we're pouring our hearts and souls into this project each and every day, it may still be some time before we can get it into your hands. I promise that the wait will be worth it. Alright, I'll say that based on the world of Final Fantasy 16, this is exciting. Because this world had way more, and they could have told us about the world without ruining what happens to Josh and his brother. That could have been, I think that would have been a nice reveal, but I guess I gotta figure out something to make it very interesting and telling.